Good evening, everybody. I wanted to come live for a moment and I wanted to talk a little bit about Celestial that's on YouTube and her stalker. A lot of people may not believe this, but people can get obsessed with you and all kind of craziness go through their head and they have mental health issues. I'm going to give it a few minutes to see if some people will come in. Like I always say, it takes about 2 minutes for it to go through the YouTube feed and people see that you're coming in. I said I was going to start scheduling some of my videos so that people will know when I'm coming on. I'm still learning all this stuff, and so I've learned quite a bit. I've been learning a lot about AI, teaching myself different things about AI, and you trying to use it. Put it that way, trying to. But I wanted to talk about this subject a little bit this evening. When I see the first person come in, that's when I will start. Hope everybody's doing good this evening. If you don't be on the live, you can always catch the replay later on. But I did want to come on and address this issue because it really touched my heart. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started because we're at 2 minutes and 45 or 46 seconds now. And people can come in. One person is in. Good evening. How are you? I wanted to come on and I wanted to address an issue that is going on nowadays that women are having. And Celestial, which is on YouTube, did a 5 hour video on a stalker, a deranged psychopathic stalker that in his mind, Celestial was his wife. And she was hemmed up in her apartment. I know how she feels because I've encountered the same thing from this crazy man. Writing up police reports. One minute I love you, the next minute I hate you, and I don't even know this fool. And so my heart went out to her, and I wanted to get on here and talk to women. You got some sick people in this world, some sick people that really believe that they are yours. Celine Johnson, hi, how are you? I'm doing fine. How about yourself? And I had this individual that was saying that I was his wife. I'm not nobody's wife because number one, I'm a single woman and I'm not married. So when I seen this 5 hour video of Celestial, and you guys can go on YouTube and look it up. Stalking a woman has become serious. People get obsessed with a person. And I'm the wrong one to mess with because I will call the FBI, U.S. Marshal. I don't care. I got all the numbers. I'll dial them. And so when I saw this, my heart bled for her because nobody, even though you may not agree with what they're saying on their YouTube channel, still she's a woman like myself. And my heart goes out to her and her being stalked and harassed, and this man with a mental health issue come to her house, have her held up in her house saying that he's her husband. I can feel for her because I've had the same psychopathic stalker that's done this to me. And like I said, it's horrible when women have this happen to them. But you have people that are get obsessed with people. And like I said, I had the same issue happen to me. I filed police reports, and I'm on YouTube saying I'm not nobody's wife. Don't plan on being nobody's wife. Don't want to be nobody's wife. Love my single life. Love it. For the record, on YouTube, love my single life. I was talking to a professor of mine, a past professor of mine this evening, Dr. Costa. And she was saying, well, hello there, First Lady. For some reason, everybody, I don't care where I go, gives me that nickname, First Lady. It first started in 2006 at Rhema Bible. Well, I say 2004 at Rhema Bible Training Center. I had a friend named Rod, and I was coming down the breezeway, and he said, "Oh my God, you are a first lady. You're some bishop's wife." And I said, "Don't you ever put that on me." "No, I'm not." And so we laughed about it. He set up an email address for me, First Lady. And I'm telling you, I was just laughing about this evening when I talked to Dr. Costa, and she said, "Oh, yes, hello, First Lady." And I'm like, "Oh my God, here we go again." I don't care where I go. I can be in a church service, a crowd of people, and people will call it, "Who aren't you a pastor's wife or a bishop's wife?" And I'm like, "No, you got me mixed up with somebody else." But anyway, I wanted to address this because I want people to really pray for Celestial. If you're a woman and you've ever been in an ungodly relationship with a psychopath, that in his mind you belong to him and him only, and you can't date nobody, and then he's got a whole bunch of other psychopaths around him reinforcing this stuff in his head, my heart really goes out to her. Uh, she's better than me because I wouldn't have been held up in my house no 5 hours. No, 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 no. With somebody that's crazy, and you're saying that you're my husband. That wouldn't have never happened. She did call the police, and so I don't know exactly what happened or went on in that situation, but I do know this, that Celestial was really afraid. She did a 5 hour video from what I hear. And, that's horrible. Who would do that to a woman? Nothing but a psychopath. A psychopath. Do you realize that you have people out here in human trafficking? I keep telling the FBI and everybody that there are people in human trafficking. And this, they got this new thing that's going on where I don't have my piece of paper, but it's where they take and have a private investigator uh, drop some false papers and stuff and say that you're a criminal and they're going to come pick you up. Well, I already put it on the FBI website. So I know that this was happening to me too. And I know that the gentleman that was talking about picking me up was one of the main stalkers that I had. And so I want everybody to pray for her. We don't have to believe the same thing that she believes, uh, you know, and I'm not Muslim, but I'm a woman and she's a woman. And I'm praying for her because you know what? That's scary. When you got a psychopath like that that's totally out of control, that, in his sick mind believes that this woman is going to be his wife and she has no say so in the matter, that's a sick puppy. And my heart goes out to her because I've experienced that. I've had a family here in Tulsa threaten me and tell me, "You're going to be his wife whether you want to be or not." We'll see about that. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Not at all. Not interested. Don't have no desire whatsoever in my heart to get married, be married. I've been married in the past, and at my age now, I am very happy and very secure in my own skin and being by myself. I love being by myself. And so if I'm coming somewhere, you can best believe I'm coming prepared. I am coming prepared, and I'm coming with people that I know for a fact will take and make sure that I'm okay. So when you're dealing with someone like a stalker and you're a woman and that man is a psychopath, and then, like I said, in his mind, he won't take no for an answer. He can't get over his little emotions. The last time I dated, it had to be and it's been a while. It was a two-way situation. The woman had to like the man, like the man like the woman. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, it's the thing where they force you into situations. I'm gonna capture you, take you off, and you're gonna learn to love me. Well, doing it, you may do that one day to the wrong woman, and it may not work out well for you at all. I'll just put it like that. But number one, as a single woman, she should have had protection in her apartment. She should have had a concealed weapons permit. She should have had mace. She should have had a taser. And I'm talking to women. All of that you should have, especially when you got a stalker. You defend yourself at all cost. At all cost. And so when I saw this, it disturbed my spirit so bad. Because like I said, you got psychopaths out here. And if they can't have you, they call themselves setting you up, getting you in trouble. And they already know they dirty. They street dirty. Human trafficking, drug trafficking, prostitution, involved in all that stuff, and then think that you don't know and you just gonna sit back and go willingly. I think not. I don't think so. So, you guys that come on my channel, I want you guys to take and pray for Celeste because that's horrible. That's horrible. Number one, anytime you have a stalker and that man has stalked you or a woman for years and years, you can tell that they're a psychopath. Something in their head isn't right. I was talking today to a mental health official, and I was talking to her about the same thing today. And you have people that are like that. You have people that will go in and they got money and draw up all kind of false papers and stuff. You come for me, I'm calling the FBI. I got an FBI agent's telephone number. I will call him on his cell phone with the quickness. So if I was Celestial, the first thing I would do is get me a carrier's permit. And you don't want to hurt anybody, but you don't want to get hurt either. You don't want to be dealing with somebody that's done lost their mind like this man and sitting back and he's in his head, she's his wife. I know how this woman feels, I'm telling you. I've had a lot of men do this to me, but never one as crazy as the one I got now. He is absolutely a lunatic, out of his mind, out of his mind, out of his rabbit mind. And like I said, I don't belong to nobody but God. And like I said, if a godly man whom I like and he like me was to come along, that's a whole different thing. But no family is going to put me in some kind of fix or situation with somebody I don't want. So like I said, when I saw this, my heart bled for this woman. Regardless to whether she's of my faith as a Christian or not, still she's a woman. And my heart went out to her because she's in a very dangerous situation. This man now knows where she lives. And my stalker knows where I live. He has stalked me everywhere that I went. Everywhere that I went. If it was church or whatever, painting a bad narrative of me, saying all kind of horrible things about me. And I watched this individual and I watched the people around him, and this is what I came up with. Human trafficking ring. When people have an obsession with you like that, it's got to be human trafficking. It has to be. And that's why I was thinking about Celestial on YouTube. This man could very well be into human trafficking. You never know. You just don't know. People, it's not normal for a person to be obsessed with someone. I could see a teenager, say for instance, if they had a celebrity singer or something that they like and they were going crazy over that person, you could look at that and say, that's normal, this is what teenagers do. But to be a grown person and be obsessed with someone, where you got to listen to everything they got to say, and this new thing they got, I be laughing, destiny swapping. That's from the pit of hell. You can't swap nobody's destiny. You couldn't be that person if you wanted to. Number one, God gave that person one set of fingerprints. They are them and nobody else. So this destiny swapping thing you can never do. And I've been often imitated, but never duplicated. There's only one Carrie, one Carrie, and I'll say that only one. But when we see other women going through this, we should support her. For those of you that have a heart like mine, go by her channel and just put a little note on there, a little message on there, and say, "Hey, I'm praying for you." And not just say it, but pray for her because she needs Psalms 91 protection over her life right now. This is no joke when you have a stalker and somebody that's mentally ill. I was sharing with a mental health professional today when I talked to her about some harassment that I had been through. And I was telling her how one of my stalkers actually went to one of their counselors there. And he was being counseled there at this particular facility. And I was telling her about that. And so tomorrow she will have all the information that she needs. Definitely will. It's just sad. I have never seen things in the world going the way they are. That's how we know we're in end times, people. We are definitely in end times. All in my day, the most you'd see was a fight. Maybe somebody pulled out a knife or something crazy like that, but nothing like what you see now. I mean, I watched a video today and just cried of a young teenage woman that she was pregnant, had the baby in the toilet, took the baby out of the toilet, cut the cord, put the baby in a trash bag, got in her car, and drove off to a dumpster and put the baby in the dumpster. Who does that? And I mean, when she got in the police department, the detectives were interviewing her. I mean, her story at first was all over the place. But eventually, she confessed to what she had done. And I do believe she got 32 years for that attempted murder. It's crazy what people do. And it's crazy how people sit out here and think that they can set you up. And they can say all kind of narratives, draw up all kind of papers. No, 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 no. Come with me with some papers. Who I'm calling is the FBI and the U.S. Marshal. That's who I'm calling. And chair light horse. So you got people out here that are just past wicked. And that's why you have to make sure that you are safe. Make sure that you protect yourself. Make sure you can protect yourself. Don't let nobody run up on you. And don't let nobody hurt you. When this first started, hopefully she went to the police. I went to the police. I found numerous police reports. There are all kind of police reports filed. And I still have this idiot sitting back talking about he gonna pick me up. Soon as I come to move, he gonna pick me up. Well, let's see how that works for you, okay? Let's see how it works for you. Because you never know. I may have the U.S. Marshal with me to pick you up. You never know who I may have with me or who may be lurking around the corner waiting for you to come near me. And I'm telling you, it's getting bad out here, people. So let's show her some love. Let's show her some support on her channel. And if you ever came by my channel and you've ever heard me on YouTube, you know what? We've got to pray for everybody. We've got to love our enemies regardless to what they do to us. And loving them don't mean that they wipe their feet on you and treat you like a dog. That's not what loving them is. Praying for them is loving them. You know? The one thing about me, I'm known for this. I don't kiss butt. All butts stink. So that's the one thing you're going to find out real quick about me. And I called the apartment manager where I currently reside and I'm moving for. And I told him, I said, when I get ready to move out of here, I don't want no problems out of these people. I do not want any problems out, because if I have any kind of problems out of him, I'm holding him responsible because I've called him. So we're responsible for what we do, not for what other people do. When you got somebody sick like that and in their head you belong to them, or they want you so bad, or they see something in you that they feel like they can make some money off of. I've had people steal my videos. I've had people do all kind of stuff. All kind of stuff. All kind of stuff. But thank God I got it on paper. I don't know how many times my identity was stolen. My identity was actually stolen on numerous occasions. My stalker has my social security card. He has my birth date. He has one of my license. He has everything. So he can do anything that he so desired to do in my name. And that's why you have to stay very active on federal websites, taking and posting this stuff, especially when you got somebody that is just deranged and out of their mind. So, guys, please go by Celestial's YouTube channel for me and just post just something on there and just say, Celestial, I'm praying for you. Show her some love. She needs some support right now. It is not funny. It is not. I take this serious when a crazy man comes after a woman, especially if that woman don't want to have anything to do with him. And now the enemy is putting in men's head, in a man's head, when he looks at a woman, oh, I'm gonna claim her, like, name it and claim it. You done lost your mind. It don't work like that. A one-sided thing going on. I've had people ask me about a Johnson guy here. Sorry about that. The call was coming in. A Johnson guy here in Tulsa. And I told him, no, I'm not going with no Johnson guy. Not going with no Jones guy. Would never go with a Jones guy. Anything that had the name Jones, I wouldn't care if it was from Alaska. I wouldn't go with it. Last name Jones? Absolutely no. No. Not going with no Colberts. Not going with any of these folks. None of them. So protect yourself out here, ladies. Make sure that you're okay. Make sure that you have people that that you have already notified about what you're doing, your whereabouts going on, and what have you. Just stay safe. That's all I can say. Stay safe. And don't forget to show her some love. She needs support right now. I can only imagine in my mind the fear and the devastation and stuff that she's going through right now with some psychopath that watches her YouTube channel, that is obsessed with her in his mind, thinking that he's her husband. He needs to be locked up in a psych ward. Any man that does that to a woman needs to be locked up in a psych ward and them not let him out for the rest of his life. That's horrible. That's horrible for any woman to go through this kind of madness and craziness. But it's happening. And she did a 5-hour video. I'm going to take the time this evening to look at this 5-hour video. I looked at a little bit of it, but I want to see the whole 5-hour video. And him having her cornered in her house. People will try to set you up. They'll be in your house waiting for you. Or they feel like they can rush you and do what they want to. I wouldn't advise that, especially when somebody know what you're plotting and what you're doing. So this evening, guys, before you go to bed tonight, say a prayer for her. Hold her up before the Lord and just pray for her. Pray for her. I would suggest, if I could talk to her, for her to get in counseling. Counseling would be great for her because of all of this trauma and stuff that she's going through. I wanted to say this evening, Celine Johnson, 7394. Good evening. How are you? God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God is so good. I'm praying for all you guys that come across my channel and whoever that is popping up and out, going in and out, in and out, in and out at the top. I can see you come on and go off. God bless you, praying for you. Just keep her in your prayers, God. Guys, go by, give her a word of encouragement. You know what? Encouraging somebody is free. Prayer is free. Love is free. And you know what? If you got the Spirit of God in you, you're going to shed that love abroad. So make sure you go by and just give her a word of encouragement this evening. God bless you and thank you for watching. You guys have an amazing evening. And remember that Jesus is Lord. Talk to you guys soon.